Hey, this is Ina in with you in the fight back. And today I want to look at whether the Spanish Civil War was in fact a civil war or an international war. It is commonly assumed that Spain fought a civil war from 1936 to 1939. However, Spain's civil war only lasted a few days following the Franco coup of July 18th. The original plan of the coup was defeated throughout Spain within 10 days, leaving the nationalists in a precarious position. They held less than half of Spain and were faced by an armed populace eager to make a revolution. Once Germany and Italy began to supply Franco, the result was the transformation of the Spanish Civil War into an international war. What exactly was the initial plan of the nationalists gathered around Franco? The plan envisioned a simultaneous rising in all the areas of the country, beginning with the proclamation of a state of war. The first and immediate objective would be to paralyze all possible resistance, occupy all strategic points, etc. What happened next was that in 8 days, the Nationalists secured control of Morocco and vast tracts of central Spain. Their territory was split into two halves, separated by hundreds of miles. The Army of Africa, the best troops in Spain, were stationed in Morocco with no way to reach the mainland. The bulk of the navy remained loyal. If the Army of Africa was unable to reach the mainland, the bulk of Nationalist forces would be isolated. It was the German airlift, mostly Junker 52s, and naval assistance, these ships were vastly superior to antiquated Republican vessels, that allowed for Franco to move his elite troops and weapons to the mainland. Once the Army of Africa crossed over to the mainland, they were able to make mincemeat of Republican forces, thanks also to foreign aid. The nationalist uprising failed on the mainland for one major reason. When the workers and peasants got arms, they attacked the nationalists and generally defeated them. The Republican government in Madrid often hesitated in giving arms to the workers, which would allow for the nationalists to sweep in and seize areas. It was the armed workers who secured Madrid, Barcelona, and other vital regions for the Republic. It was this act which prevented the nationalists from securing the mainland. The workers and peasants did not just defeat the rising throughout Spain, they formed their own military units and began a revolutionary transformation in Spain. The workers and peasants were fighting not just for the Popular Front, but for a revolution. The nationalists were facing more than a timid Popular Front, they were up against a people eager for revolution. What the Republic needed to defeat the rising once the nationalists had landed the Army of Africa on the mainland was arms. The nationalists had the bulk of the military on their side and some of the best units, Army of Africa, along with significant foreign aid. The Republic needed aid from the outside for their army, but it was not forthcoming. Great Britain and France, by and large, did not provide weapons to the Republic. The French closed their border, except for a few brief instances, to weapons which had been purchased by the Republic. It was only the Soviet Union, to a lesser extent Mexico, which gave the Republic any sort of major weapons, although they often had trouble arriving in Spain. Britain and France did not just deny the Republic arms, they also colluded with the Nationalists in securing safety for German and Italian supplies and stopping Republican arms shipments. Britain and France were also involved in the Non-Intervention Committee, which was supposed to keep foreign weapons from reaching Spain. However, in patrolling the Spanish coast, the German and Italian navies also participated, the two biggest violators of non-intervention. The Spanish Civil War was only an internal military coup in the first 8 days. After that, Germany and Italy began to airlift nationalist troops to the mainland. A civil war implies that there are two sides of equal validity and claim to a country. In Spain, the nationalists represented capitalism, fascism, and the assorted scum of reaction, a limited popular base. The Republic, especially after the coup, was being defended by the revolutionary masses, workers and peasants. Once Germany and Italy, with their tacit collaboration of Britain and France, threw their weight behind Franco, the Soviet Union responded by aiding the Republic. This turned the Spanish Civil War into an international war.